Selena Gomez on her best role yet in Romance with Blanco. I've never been loved this way. Her speaking voice is a famously soothing low hum. To say it's unmistakable would be putting it mildly. You try going incognito sounding like Selena Gomez. Yeah, it doesn't work, she tells me. Literally, one time I was in line for something. I was fully in disguise and I was talking to someone. I don't even remember what I said. And then the woman in front of me goes, "My God, it is you! I thought I heard your voice." That was years ago. I was like, oh God, what do I sound like to people? And then I also feel so silly once I get busted. Gomez has long since given up on wigs and hats as cloaking devices. In the 25 years since she debuted on Barney and Friends at the age of 7, she's actually tried to let go of every kind of disguise and be the same person in public and private. It's a gutsy endeavor for someone who, thanks to Instagram, has the slightly scary-sounding distinction of being the most followed woman on Earth. For 3 years, Gomez has been part of the delicious hit series Only Murders in the Building, and she's just given the rawest performance of her career in the audacious movie musical Emilia Perez. Gomez plays a Mexican drug lord's terrified but wildly resourceful wife. When the movie hits theaters in November, her work will surprise the many people who didn't know what a fiery actor she could be. We first meet in Los Angeles at the makeup company she founded, Rare Beauty. It's a slow, gray afternoon, but Rare Beauty is flush with positivity. From the product names, lipsticks in shades like Worthy and Strong, eyeshadow sticks called Integrity and Well-Being, to the little slogans on the bathroom mirrors like, "Find comfort in being rare." It's all completely in earnest, and the company's products are seriously good, as are the rewards. Rare Beauty is reportedly worth $2 billion. Gomez's office is bathed in white, pink, and red. It's a bouquet of a space. When I come in, she's surrounded by the smiling California team that keeps her carefully calibrated days as a movie star, TV star, pop star, beauty executive, and mental health advocate on track. There's a laptop on her desk, a script for Emilia Perez, and a list of questions for a famous friend she met through Taylor, whom she's interviewing for something later. There are personal mementos too, like family photos and a note from her 11-year-old sister Gracie. "She's funny," Gomez says warmly. She picks up the note and reads it out loud. "Hi Sissy, I love you so much. The next time I'm here, can we do each other's makeup and make a get ready with me TikTok?" This moment totally tracks, Gomez's friend and Emilia Perez co-star Zoe Saldana tells me later. "I don't fit well in circles where people only want to talk about themselves. Selena's not like that," she says. "She'll show you 300 pictures of her little sister and parents and grandparents." When Gomez's team files out, she settles on a couch the color of mulled wine. She looks cozy and hale in a denim-free people jumpsuit and Ugg slippers. Her skin is aglow, her hair voluminous. She is, like some other stars of her magnitude, much more slight in person, her features writ delicate. Gomez redid Rare Beauty's offices last year and shared a carousel of photos with her 425 million followers on Instagram. The time of our interview, she's taking a break from the app but hasn't announced it to her fans, the Selenators, because she has a habit of dramatically announcing social media breaks, then logging back on less than 24 hours later to post a selfie or leave a comment somewhere. It's one of her more aggressively relatable habits, this inability to resist the apps after boldly saying she's done with them. "I learned not to say that anymore," she deadpans. Right now, she's trying to quietly enjoy her time in the analog world. "I've been loving it," she says calmly. "I've been working out. I've been taking care of myself. It's the first time I've had a break in a little bit, so I feel good." Here's no shortage of things to feel good about. Gomez recently snagged an Emmy nomination for Best Actress in a comedy for Only Murders, her first ever acting nod despite working steadily for 2 decades. "I freaked out," she says happily. "I went to dinner with my friends that night. Maybe the voters saw something in this past season that they hadn't seen before." Gomez also became the most nominated Latina producer ever in the Best Comedy category, thanks to the series. She had no idea she was about to set a record. "When I heard that, I felt like I made my dad's side of the family proud," she says. "It was really cool to have that be a part of my story." I'm grateful for breaking barriers. Hopefully this is not a one-time thing. Gomez's father, Ricardo Joel Gomez, is Mexican-American. He and her mother, the former actor Mandy Teefey, whom Gomez has credited with steering her through some daunting poverty early on and inspiring her career, named her after the Tejano icon Selena and raised her in Grand Prairie, Texas. It's empowering and it's alleviating, Saldana says of seeing Gomez make history as a Latina. When you meet her, you get the sense that she is owning her growth and owning her life and her voice. I'm grateful that our paths have crossed. The two of them met in Paris on the set of Emilia Pérez, a bold, heartfelt, and visually lush Spanish-language musical that's about to have an eventful awards season of its own. The film was written and directed by Jacques Audiard. It stars Spanish actor Carla Sofia Gascon in the titular role, a brutal Mexican cartel leader who kidnaps a lawyer, Saldana, to offer her a job, coordinating secret gender confirmation surgery so the kingpin can transition and leave her old life behind. Gomez plays Jessie, Perez's dormant volcano of a wife. She's a lonely young woman and the mother of their two children who's ferried from safe house to safe house in armored vehicles laden with security guards. As Emilia finds herself going down a different path in life, so does Jessie. She's emboldened to break out of her shell, with all kinds of consequences. Gomez calls Emilia Pérez a fever dream, but it's not as wild a leap for her as it may appear. She's long pursued supporting roles in unconventional, sometimes risque work by auteurs like Harmony Korine's endlessly zeitgeist-wise Spring Breakers or Jim Jarmusch's zombie comedy The Dead Don't Die. That's intentional, she tells me. I'd rather be a supporting role. I'd rather have 4 scenes in a Martin Scorsese film than be a lead in a movie about a tomboy that comes into her own and falls in love with the boy next door. I love those movies, totally watch those movies, but that's not something I'm necessarily interested in. Audiard admits he was only faintly familiar with Gomez, having seen her in Spring Breakers and the Woody Allen film A Rainy Day in New York. But when she auditioned for Emilia Pérez, he knew very quickly that he wanted to hire her. As for Gascon, she was extremely familiar with Gomez, not least because she has a 13-year-old daughter who's a superfan. There's something very special about her, Gascon says of Gomez. Needless to say, her daughter was excited about the project. She told me, "You better treat her well." Gomez says she signed on to Emilia Pérez largely because of Gascon, who plays the drug lord both before her transition and after, pulling off a riveting dual performance. She actually carried the whole film, and we followed her lead when it came to anything sensitive,